Nobody has it all. Nobody. Not the rich, not the famous, not the beautiful, not even the one you secretly admire. And until you realize this, you keep feeling small in a world where you are already complete in your own way. Okay, let me tell you a story. Several years back, children of a humble keke rider was attending a private school here in Aba. Their father was not rich in money, but he was rich in culture, experience, and simplicity. He would take his children to the mountains for prayer, buy them bushmeat and let them roast it, and as well tell them stories about life and nature. In the same school, there was also a boy from a wealthy home. His father had money, like real money. Holiday means traveling with flights, not buses. London trips, not village visits. Fine restaurants, not mama puts. So one day, after resumption, children started doing what children normally do, comparing holidays. The rich boy was proudly telling one of the keke rider's daughter how his father took them to London. He proudly told her how they traveled with airplanes, visited sea animals, and many other beautiful places. Then he asked her with his childish pride, "Had your father ever taken you to London before?" You already know that thing. The girl stood there quietly, already shrinking in fear. But her sister, who had been listening, stepped in. She looked at the boy and asked him, "Have you ever been to Ezebos in School Road? Have you ever been to Ezende Lagos in Ayonhoro? Have you ever been to Azumiri or High Test Farm? Have you ever had the taste of bushmeat or roasted yam?" She described these things like treasures, especially the taste of bushmeat. But something shifted. The boy who came to intimidate now stood there confused, and he started crying because in his mind, he believed that those girls had experienced something he hadn't. He went home and reported to his parents how his classmates visited somewhere better off than London. The father was confused because the name the boy was mentioning was not even making sense, but the boy insisted. So the next day, the father followed him to school while dropping him off. After the girl explained everything, the father was both disappointed and amused at the same time. He tried to make the boy see that London was better off than those places being mentioned. The food you ate was richer, the experience you had was deeper. But the boy wouldn't listen. The father had to promise to take him to those mysterious places before the boy could calm down. The girl might not have money, but she has something the boy didn't have, and that is life for you. Let me say this, nobody has it all. The problem is not that you lack. The problem is that you are looking at life from one angle. On social media, you see people posting fine foods, traveling abroad, and building fine houses, and quietly you begin to shrink. You would notice that they are focusing on their strength while you are focusing on your weakness. They don't see what they don't have. They don't see what they lack that you already have. Okay, let me break it down. There is someone with money who cannot sleep at night. There is someone with beauty who suffers from deep insecurity. There is someone married who envies your freedom. There is someone eating expensive food who had been warned by the doctor not to eat half of what you eat at your own pace. That your simple offer for her is a luxury to someone in a hospital bed. But you won't see that because it is not posted. History and life has proven this. While the mighty soldiers of Israel were busy shrinking before Goliath, the little boy called David carried something. He carried belief and precision. The palace of Pharaoh were filled with mighty men, wise and strong, yet none of them could interpret a dream. It took a prisoner, Joseph, to do what they could not. A man was rushing with his Range Rover to save his pregnant wife when he got stuck in a traffic. His pregnant wife was saved by an Okada rider. The Okada rider, who looked less valuable, now became the most important thing at that moment. You may be mocked. They may say you don't have a car, no house, no big connections, no wife, no children, no husband. But check very well, there is something you have that they don't have. You just refuse to see it. Let me talk to you directly. If they say they have money, you have confidence. If they have beauty, you have pride. If they eat shawarma, you eat agidi. If they eat cake, you eat akara. You can even argue that akara is more healthier. Life is not one-sided. Stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself, not with criticism, not with comparison, but with understanding. Look at the far you have come. Some people are better than you, but they couldn't come this far. Look at people like Obam Asuk, who is blind, but yes, his name echoes across the world with his gift. Look at people like Vujik, no arm, no leg, but yet he stands on a global stage, inspiring millions of people. These people don't wish to have them all. They just maximize the ones they have, and that is the message. That simple gifts you are ignoring may be someone else's silent prayer point. Be contented. I'm NS Divine.